TransUnion, Equifax, Experian may have violated Fair Credit Reporting Act, according to James Clyburn, who is chairman of the House of Select Subcommittee on COVID Crisis. CFPB found evidence obtained by the subcommittee that credit bureaus discard millions of disputes a year without doing a complete investigation. At least 13.8 million were thrown out between 2019 and 2021. Back in 2018, Younger v. Experian Info Solution Inc., during a trial, information was revealed that Experian has a policy if 5 or more letters look similar, the mailroom determines all the letters are suspicious and will not investigate any of the disputes. During trial, information showed that Experian doesn't investigate thousands of disputes from customers each day. Even though the Fair Credit Reporting Act requires it, Experian receives between 3,000 and 10,000 letters every day, but only has 10 to 14 employees in the mailroom.
So what does that mean for you? The best way for you to knock the credit bureaus out is by switching things up. The reason why we got to switch things up is because the credit bureaus starting to act crazy. They starting to say, hey, you sound like a credit repair company. Is this actually you? I need more identification. Or they don't respond at all. They doing everything besides their job. We're supposed to be checking the completeness and accuracy of those specific accounts according to 15 U.S.C. 1681I, right? So since they starting to act crazy, we got something for them. And I'm going to walk you through a 6-step process that's going to get you better results so we can knock the credit bureaus out. Step 1, first things first. Here's what I want you to do. Since we switching it up, I want you to go grab your credit report and see all the negative accounts that's holding you back. And what you're going to see on those negative accounts is inaccurate information. 1 out of 5 Americans have something wrong on their credit report, and that's just with one credit bureau. So what you're going to see on those negative accounts is stuff that's not reported correctly. And according to the law, everything has to be complete and accurate on your credit report. And once you understand that, you're going to be able to leverage things, right? But what we're not going to do is dispute. What we want to do is analyze, highlight, and do what we need to do. So when you look at those negative accounts, what you're going to do is look at, hey, that account name is going to be probably good, but the account number is not going to be the same on Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. The open date ain't going to be the same on Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. The date of last payment ain't going to probably be the same. The amount ain't going to be probably the same. The high balance, a lot of things is going to be inaccurate, right? The payment history, a lot of information is not going to be correct. So since we know that, what we want to do is highlight that, put it away, set it aside, put it in the folder, because we're going to be able to leverage that information for later. Stop the credit bureaus out. It's time for step 2. Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and create a free account with Experian, because we just saw all those negative accounts that's holding us back. So now what we want to do is create a free account with Experian. Now, if you don't have an account, just Google free account with Experian, create your account, get your username, get your password, get logged in. But now what you're going to do is act like you're going to dispute online. And what you're going to see is personal information, different variations of your first name, different variations of your middle name, different variations of your last name. You're going to see a lot of things that have different variations. Also, what you're going to see is your phone number that's probably not correct no more. You're also going to see your job history not correct no more. You're also going to see different variations of your addresses. Now, what you want to do is click on every single address and act like you're going to dispute with those addresses. And what you're going to see is those addresses attached to some of those negative accounts, right? So what you want to do is take a mental note, because what we want to do is dispute it, update it, so we can get that off our credit report. Here's what you've been waiting for. Step number 4. Here's how we're going to set the credit bureaus up differently. Now, we still going to use a secret letter, but we're going to change it up with the secret letter. What I want you to do now is get the secret letter notarized, right? I'm going to have it for you. It's going to be in the description. But what we're going to do is get the secret letter notarized. And the reason why is because now the credit bureaus can't say that you sound like a credit repair company. They can't say that, hey, this is not actually you, because now that you got it notarized, hey, with a notary, they have to confirm it's actually you, right? You have to look at your ID, sign, and do things like that. So now what they can't do is say it's not you, but make sure you add 2 forms of identification as well. And now what we want to do is send it certified, because the reason why we want to send it certified with tracking is because now the credit bureau say they never received the letter. Because now that you see, you have proof, you have evidence, you have the things that you need to do so you can knock the credit bureaus out. So make sure you get the new secret letter, get it notarized, make sure you add 2 forms of identification so we can go ahead and knock them out. Now it's time for step number 5. And as you're waiting these 30 days, it's time for you to blow up your credit score. Now here's how you're going to do it. Credit is credibility, and credit is nothing but a direct reflection on how you manage your money. And you're going to manage your money way better after you hear this, right? So if you have maxed out credit cards, what we need to do is get that down to 0% utilization. Also, if you don't have no positive accounts that's reported to your credit report, I want to show you 3 places you can go to right now that do no credit check that's going to help you increase your credit score. Now, the first place you want to go to is BoomPay. The reason why you want to go to BoomPay is because you can add backdated history to your credit report that's going to help you increase your credit score. But let's just say you've been living in that apartment for the last 5 years. Guess what? You can get that open date added to your credit report. Now you have a 5-year trade line plus 24 months of on-time payment history if you've been living at that if you've been living at that apartment. Number 2, we've been trained to spend our money, right? Since we've been trained to spend our money, what we need to do is not be spending our money a lot, right? So I want you to do is get a charge card, right? With this charge card, it's gonna automatically draft out of your account the same month, right? Now it's time for step number 6. Now, as you was reviewing your credit report, you probably saw some hard inquiries that's probably unauthorized, and you're trying to figure out, how can I get that removed from my credit report, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to this video right here, and I'm gonna show you step by step on how you can knock them hard inquiries off.